Evening. We appreciate you coming by. Before you guys come on and check it up, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell on the right hand side because we do go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 o'clock Eastern Time and 3 o'clock Pacific Time. You live over here where I'm at. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody, man? Hakeem, man, how you feeling today, baby? How
I
you
feel
feeling?
great, man. What about you, family?
Hey, I feel good. Had a little scare Wednesday afternoon show with my wife and everything, but other than that, we're good. My wife's good, the baby's good, and hey, man, we're just here, man. So having a blessing, man. We are here. We're here. We are blessed. And if you guys know, for this weekend, hey, it's championship Sunday. So it's Detroit Lions against Ronnie's San Francisco 49ers. Unfortunately, Ronnie's not going to be here today, but he will be back here on Monday with us. And then also you got the Baltimore versus Kansas City, that game too. So this is one more game before the Super Bowl. Comes on, baby. So it's gonna be live. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Well, anyways, glad y'all see me coming in the chat. Hey, Natasha Vincent, see you. We see you. We see you. Like we always do. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Yeah, she's doing good. She's doing well. Had a little scare, but she's doing well, and I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So as you guys know, we got plenty of topics for you guys for today. We have 4 topics to talk about, so sit back, relax, chat it up, see what tell me how you feel. Hey, Bobby Bryan, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we're gonna get the show right on the road. So the first topic we have for today is we're gonna talk about passport bros are getting deleted in Colombia. So if you guys don't know, Tinder on the dating app, and also the government here in America, they are telling Americans who wants to go to Colombia to be very, very wary of going on these dating apps because some of these passport bros are that going to Colombia, usually they don't know what they're doing and they go on these dating apps. Sometimes they might get catfish or sometimes they might go and it might not be the person I already know. And usually, and there's sometimes they might get in, like date somebody, maybe a cab driver, and they might take their money or take them somewhere and outside of a big city. And either they take their money or take them hostage as they do, and they usually delete them and everything. And this is very, very serious. I believe at last year of 2023, I believe 8 people got deleted in the country of Colombia for go out there for dating, for mostly just looking at the dating apps and everything. And the government letting Americans know just be very, very being advised to make sure to watch yourself. Let me see if I can find some names. So, yeah, I'm gonna give you a little article from Tinder. So Tinder has issued a safety advisory for its user in Colombia following a rash of criminal incidents in which American tourists were lured by prospective dating dates before they were robbed, drugged, or murdered. Recently, there have been government's advisories about the risks in certain regions, and we would like to remind you to prioritize your safety on dates. The warning was posted on a dating app. Saying, please remember to vet the matches that you meet in public, and share your plans with people you trust. The advisory indicates, and sometimes falls off, and you can end the date. And so, that's what a little bit of an article. But we do have a clip for you guys to get the details of it. This is a clip from Osei B. Jackson. Shout out to him. Fair use, fair use, fair use. He's really going to talk about a little bit about the deletion, men that are getting deleting in Colombia. And after that, we're going to chop it up. Go ahead, Hakeem.
It's a lot of opportunity. And of course, it could be a lot of opportunity. But also, where you're going, people are looking to use you. It's very possible. You see, when you come out of your house every day or you're walking around every day, you don't know who's watching you and you don't know who wants to set you up. What do I mean? Well, on the flip side, in America, you're hated because you want women to be more submissive and that you want to leave. But when you get there, you're hated that you have more money and a lot of local women would want to talk to you. On either side of the fence, somebody dislikes you. And because of that, we've had 8 passport bros killed in Colombia in the past 3 months. I want to take this time to honor them, as many of them have lost their life looking for a better way in other countries. But of course, before we get into that, the story that really got all of this bubbling for me was in 2022, we lost Timothy Revel Reed. He was a man that decided to go from Atlanta to Barranquilla, Colombia. Well, and of course, this is what happened.
I did it. I have my apartment, my restaurant, and 2 other apartments. In a great location for the restaurant on a very busy street. We got one thing, well, several things accomplished. Now it's, the next move is to open a restaurant. So hopefully that will happen very shortly. Get ready for cute spicy ribs and fish. As you can see, I am tired. It was a stress, y'all. I'm not gonna even lie. It was very stressful. The language barrier. He don't trust me. I don't trust him. But I mean, I had more trust in him because I gave him all my money. But he was, looking to see if it was real. I mean, it was just too much. Just too much. Had to get his family members out of the apartment. Still got to get the one upstairs out the apartment.
That story right there really caught my attention about what could happen to you in Colombia. But then there is 59-year-old Gregory Stewart Owens. He was gunned down in Cartagena during a robbery attempt in October 2023. But then there's this young man, Johnny Jerome. He was only 45. He was found dead in a jacuzzi in a luxury suite in Medellin, November the 2nd. He was killed the day after celebrating his birthday with a cousin and 2 women he met on a dating app. Stop the show. Let's talk about these dating apps. It's getting so bad that the United States government has said this to Americans using dating apps in Colombia.
A warning for people using dating apps in Colombia. Apps are being linked to the recent deaths of several Americans visiting the country. Let's unpack this. In the last 2 months, 8 American tourists have died suspiciously in the Colombian city of Medellin. The US Embassy in Bogota have said some of these victims were drugged and robbed after meeting people on dating apps. Criminals use dating apps to lure victims to meet in public places such as hotels, restaurants, and bars, and then later assault and rob them, they said. The embassy has also said that this is part of a broader trend and that there has been an increase in incidents involving the use of online dating apps to lure victims, especially foreigners. They didn't disclose which specific apps. They have encouraged visitors to be vigilant and to maintain heightened situational awareness.
And it goes back to my point of the crime being targeted towards passport bros when they come to Colombia. And this was very summed up by a good YouTuber called Life with David about how American men are being targeted.
It's a very profitable business. It's a business and it's a very profitable business here in Medellin. Scamming foreign guys, females scamming foreign guys here in Colombia, and Medellin especially. And it's not just females. It's not just the females doing this. These are groups. These are what they call bandillas, right? Local gangs up in the neighborhoods that, these are organized groups that are doing this, sending out the females, finding the females, and when those females like trap those guys, they have 1 or 2 guys in the groups waiting for them to help them out if they need help. It's an organized effort. And because they saw that it was successful, because tourism is picking up and a lot of foreigners are coming here, and with a lot of money and a lot of guys coming here because of those certain reasons and going up to those kind of girls, they saw the success, they saw the easy money. So what happens? More people, more groups start copying and start implementing the same strategy, the same scam.
Let's go back to Philip Mullins. He was a 32-year-old Tennessee man found dead in a room at the upscale 1 Million Suites Hotel in Medellin after a night out with a woman. Now, this particular man is the only Asian man on the roster, Tujer Zhang. He was from Minnesota, and his story went worldwide. He was beaten to death with a blunt object after he had been set up from a woman he had been dealing with for a long time. If you don't remember that story, here's a news clipping.
Tonight, the family of a Minnesota man desperate for answers after they say he was kidnapped and killed while visiting Colombia.
I'm out of words to describe. I don't even know how I feel right now.
50-year-old Tujer Zhang, an artist and activist, had been traveling in South America when he called his brother asking for money while on a date Sunday night.
This time he was like, hey, do you have a couple of thousand? I was like, yeah, no problem. And when do you want it? He said, I want it now. I'm in this bit of a situation here. I go, oh, yeah, I can do that.
His family growing more fearful when Zhang stopped responding to texts.
Woke up in the morning at 7 a.m. I text him back and say, hey, I thought you said you need money. You still want the money? Text me back if you still want the money. No answer.
According to a local prosecutor, Zhang was kidnapped during a date and killed when he could not make the payment. His body later found in a wooded area covered in stab wounds. His family still searching for answers about how this shocking crime unfolded.
I was confused. To be honest with you, I don't know why, what the motive is.
Zhang had visited Colombia in the past, posting photos and videos to social media as recently as October with an unidentified woman.
I'm with my girl.
A refugee from Laos, Zhang and his family moved to St. Paul when he was a child. In recent years, he became a well-known comedian and community activist. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar issuing a statement saying in part, quote, this is a heartbreaking tragedy. Tujer was an incredible person who was constantly working to uplift his community.
He truly believes in equity work and fighting for the underprivileged. And many times I always tease him. I say, you're not getting paid. Why are you doing it? But it's what motivates him.
A tragic loss made even more confounding by the mystery that still shrouds his final moments.
And he'll draw everybody in. That's the type of people he is.
4 people, including a minor, were arrested and charged in Zhang's murder. November 13th, Texas resident Jeffrey Hudson was found dead in his hotel room with at least 20 stab wounds to his neck. He was killed after returning to his hotel suite with an 18-year-old woman he met in a dating app in Medellin. And there are many other stories here, unfortunately today, that we will not cover because I believe now you get the hint. But the whole gist of all of it is this: Black men, understand where you are. You might be disliked and hated in America for wanting what you desire. A woman who's feminine, a woman who gets it, and a woman who values you in a relationship. But you gotta understand where you're going is also dangerous. Let me tell you a story. I was telling SPK, who by the way is editing this video today, that I was walking down the street about 4 days ago. It happened to be late. I was on the phone and a motorcycle driver drove past me. At least it's what I'm believing. Now, the roads in Uganda are quite narrow, and I'll tell you why. If we could post a picture of what the roads look like, you would see that a lot of the roads are so bad, they've fallen.
So shout out to Oseju Jackson. He really got into details about, half the people that was deleted in Colombia. As you guys and ladies and gentlemen don't know, there's a lot of people, not just going to Colombia. They're going out, to different countries like Dominican Republic, to Philippines, to Thailand, Africa. This around the world, like I say, this is the date, not here in America, but they other certain other countries as well. But mind you, we go to certain places and everything, there's, it's rules and, people are different, the culture is different, and, just like here, if you go in a certain neighborhood, like you go to the hood, you go to a different hood, people will look at you weird, people look at you tourists. It's the same thing as people will look, it's the same thing if you go outside the country, one I would say Mexico, if you go to a certain type of area that you're not comfortable in, tourists will look at you and, thinking that you got money, especially if you're American and everything. They'll do all types of things to you, or try to lure you for somewhere and everything. So yeah, man, it's Colombia right now, like I said, the government and they never say, man, just keep watching yourself because if you don't, if you're not being in a safe designated area, somebody will lure you in and they will either rob you or you get deleted. I'm gonna pass it to you, Hakeem, man. What's your take on this topic?
Brother, you spoke so eloquently on this topic, and I wanted to say that you're 100% right. Um, Funny enough, a lot of our personal friends has been to Colombia, and they've traveled there, had a good time, came back.
Roddy went to Colombia, right?
Yeah,
And he
he's
was just, he was just
him.
there.
He was just there, and him and another person. But they went there and they had people there that they could vouch for. I have another friend who's an avid traveler who knows people from here that kind of walked them through Colombia. I want to tell the passport bros something. Colombia is a no-fly zone now. I said it. Colombia is not safe anymore for the black brothers and the white brothers and the Asian brothers. They know we got money, and us going over there, we think stimulate the economy was a good thing, but I guess the gangs and everybody think as an insult for us to be there because they don't show no love. And I don't want people to get the misconception that, hey, say, we are looking for love, and a lot of us are looking to change our lives in different countries. You know what I mean? But we've got to understand, O'Shea Jew Jackson said something real pivotal. You got to know where you at. I personally wanted to go to Colombia. Another one of my some other guys I know, we wanted all plan to go to Colombia and DR. We was planning on going to these places. But as we start to notice the trend of black Americans and white Americans, because there's a misconception that says only black guys. God bless the white brother from Tennessee who got killed. Because I think they'll just write him off. Because, the society or focusing on Passport Bros is black, but Passport Bros is a universal thing. And they all getting hurt. We need to go to places where it's safe and it's friendly for us, but these places are no-fly zone. DR, Colombia, as of now, in Brazil. I want the people to know that I'm not shitting on your country, no disrespect, but it's not safe for us to come.
Yeah, shout out to Wahai, I see you, and shout out to Muhammad.
Oh,
And I've been watching, and there's some of these past bros that have YouTube channels I've been watching a couple times. Where they go to South America, where they go to Europe, like Portugal,
yeah.
Spain, Thailand, or anything like that. And the thing is, if I look at the type of women they get, they take pictures of, or they talk to and anything. To me, it's no difference. It's no difference here than in America. It's no difference.
No.
And the chicks that you see that look really, really good, they're like I said, they look like they high class and everything. You gotta pay. It's the same thing you paying there, what you paying here.
Talk about it.
It's the same thing. And my thing is like, it's no different. I mean, it's a difference. Okay, cool, I know it's a difference. You go into another country. But it's the same as, if you want to get a good looking chick out there, a high maintenance chick, pretty much, there's high maintenance chicks anywhere around the world. If somebody is an 8, 9, and a 10, the chicks that you see in other countries, they probably the exact same thing here. Maybe the culture is different, the money might be different, the money might be a little bit more here than it is there. But all of a sudden, it's the same thing. And my thing is like a lot of these men are not saying that, but the thing is, if you go on these channels like Austin Holloman,
Yeah.
check in effect. He's a really big content creator. There's another guy, I forgot his name. He's with Austin Holloman and everything. All these people, all these men that travel from Europe to South America to Thailand and everything, they just to me, when I look at those types, they just there to have fun, and they have to be at least paying them off and everything. because some of these people that are passport bros, they say that they're trying to date for something different or dating to get married or be in a relationship, but technically they're just dating to pay the tricks and have sex and then move on and everything. And the thing is, it's like, okay, cool. But the thing is, it's like now you getting people watching your channels, luring into your channels, thinking like, okay, if they can do that, I can do that too. Minding up, they don't have no idea what to expect and everything. And you see, they go to Colombia, getting these dating apps like Colombia, which is like I agree with Hakeem, this is no-fly zone. They go to Colombia, not knowing, they get catfish, and then days and weeks later, they get robbed, they might, or they'll get deleted and everything. And now I agree, like I said, it's a no-fly zone now for Colombia. I recommend not to go. And the thing is that people that's like kidnapping and robbing these people, they are watching these YouTube channels. They know what's up about these passport bros. They know what's up. Because passport bro has been so big now. So, like I said, these people that are doing this stuff in Colombia, they're smart. They know what's going on. Especially if Black Americans, like, oh yeah, we can shoot. Americans, they got money. Shoot, $100, $200, they think we're rich. So they definitely gonna do what they're gonna need to do. Might as well. If they might, if they hold you for ransom, ask for money and everything. But yeah, man, it's getting bad. And like I said, our people from white Americans, Black Americans, you really gotta be smart, because you go to these countries, like I said, Colombia is just getting started. You don't know what's gonna happen in Brazil, because Brazil is really, really bad. I believe Peru, a lot of these South American countries they're getting bad. Philippines, Thailand, they kind of lax a little bit on that too. But these South American countries, they're taking Black Americans down. They're really, really taking them down.
And you got to look at it too. But I also ask a question too, and this is why a lot of passport blows are getting flack, because they're saying that I'm going to go look for love in these places, but also dissing the woman here. If they wasn't mentioning the woman here and just going off handling their business, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Mm-hmm. But now you're going to these places, and a lot of these guys are going there with a little bit of money. We only forgot about that. What about the brother who got deleted not too long ago in an explosion, who was in Colombia in the hospital and didn't have enough money to fly back? You know what I mean? And then I asked, okay, all y'all going to these Spanish-speaking companies, I've never heard nobody say I'm going to go to Jamaica. I'm going to go to Africa. I'm going to go to Trinidad, Barbados, this and that. Because the prices there are too high for you to go. Colombia, DR, and Mexico are cheap. You can go there for a couple dollars, but you can't go there. To your point exactly, you're gonna pay for pum pum there. You're gonna pay for pum pum here. The difference is the price is a little bit high, but you can still get the same pum pum. It's no different. Just the woman here speaks English. A lot of men just don't want to try, and they just don't want to go venture off another city. It's 50. It's 50 states, over 100, over 1,000 cities in America. There's tons of women here, Black women here, who's ready to get married, whose standards are nowhere near the standards that you see the regular girls on Instagram. They just looking to get married and settle down. The problem is you want to date out your price level, and people need to learn you can't do that. So you go to a poor country to buy a girl that's lower than the value of a woman that's here, but you don't get the same type of treatment. And funny enough, they did interviews with a lot of the girls in Thailand and Philippines. They don't even like your ass either. They just there because they know you're going to bring a good life, and your baby to pay their rent every month. And they'll give you a baby or two. It ain't nothing for them. You know what I mean? Poverty, most people in poverty-stricken places are going to latch on a man with the most resources. Ain't no different here. The difference here, we scold the women here for wanting to get a man with a little bit more resources. Hypergamy is a natural thing. Most women go with apex predators. Men who make money, men who go out there and hunt. Sometimes it's not the amount is that they see a nigga going out there and eating, getting it, and knowing they can get that. A lot of us complain because you don't want to push yourself to the limit. You want a bad chick in America, you need bad chick money. You a janitor, you get you a janitor money. You get you a janitor woman. You work at Kentucky Fried Chicken, 9 out of 10 times you can get your girl at that price point. It ain't no different. The girls in Colombia, no disrespect to them, since it's a poor country, a janitor can go there and get them any woman. But look at here, the poverty is not as fast as that. It's a developing country. It's getting there, but when they get to where they're supposed to get in, Colombian people can fly all over the place, which some of them can. You think the standards are not going to increase?
I agree with you, Hakeem. No matter what country you go, it's always a certain standard.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, I don't care. Like I said, if you go to certain cities in Colombia, certain cities in Mexico, like big cities and everything, you know, even though it might be a little bit more cheaper in there, whatever, you know, women, like I said, if you want a bad chick in these cities, you gonna need the money to pay.
Basically.
Period. And that's how it rolls. I don't know. People was telling you little, your friends and anything, but hey, you gonna need to make some money, you know. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of being complaining about, you know, women want this, women want that, because that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they need. Like, it's not just America, but that's everywhere. Everywhere. So, and the thing is, it's like, you know, the thing is, it's like, you know, so when you go into these southern countries, especially, you know, Colombia, I want to ask Mexico, and certain areas of Mexico too, because Mexico, they don't play around too.
Yeah.
They will, like I said, they see these passports, and once again, they see these passport photos, they know what's up, and they will lure you. If you got money, they'll give you conversation a little bit, you open a little bit, they're going to want to lure you down there, and they're going to get you. Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
What about the black Americans who get caught up by the drug cartel? You remember that story? They were just going down there just to...
In South Carolina one, yep.
And two get deleted on the house. Why I say, if she's crying, men doing it right, what do you say? If she's crying, men doing it right needs no money. You hear that? He's telling, that's one aspect of women. If you beating it right, they're not going to ask for no money.
Yep.
Some women are not even, and here's the misconception too. Put a lot of women in a box. Sometimes a woman just looking for a partner. Money's not the situation. I've seen women get with guys who are not producers. They don't need them to be producers. Some men play a position in certain women's life, but there's a certain ilk of women that he says, shout outs to 6 Dot. He says on Instagram, adjust the camera, bro. Can't see ya. Oh, hold on. Let me see. No. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you what happened.
Let me see.
Let's see if we can see it now. When we have Roni, if it's like 3 cameras, then they can see it on Instagram.
Yeah. Or they can see better. They can see better. I can't. Okay. It's better.
It's better now.
Yeah. There you go.
Hold on. So when we look at it from that point, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really never had no issue going over. I didn't really ever felt like I needed to go overseas to go get a woman. To be honest with you, like it's too much women here you can get from broke to poor. Men just are lazy to try to get them a good woman. It's a plethora of them. Certain women just have standards. On certain women have higher standards than other, but we shouldn't vilify them for that. So a lot of men use the excuse, I'm going overseas, brother. Just be honest with you. You can't afford to buy. You see, I'm drooling too. I'm drooling thinking about that. Listen, I started drooling when I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
Yep.
You can't afford to buy poom poom here in America, so you wanted to get it half price. You spent for a $200 ticket to Colombia to get you some poom poom for $25. Just say you can't afford the prostitutes in Texas, Alabama, Miami, and California. Figueroa Street, Figueroa, it's 1,000 over there. The badder ones, it's 1,000. The lower tier of 500. Miami here, you working about 5 and up and better if you wanna fuck the OF models. Just say you can't afford it. So you want to go tap somebody that costs you about 25 that look like a chick here, and that's my point with that.
That's true. That's true.
Mm.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go to the next topic. This topic is it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna because I know me, I keep gonna go in this topic.
Mm-hmm.
So this topic, this was trending. This went viral on social media. So there was a woman. She was doing a sermon at a church. Her name is Dr. Juanita Bino, and she was calling out. I don't know why she was calling out of nowhere. She was calling out men who wears there's tight suits, either like very slim suits and everything. I don't know why. And she said she has a problem with. She said there's something wrong with that and everything. She said your knees too close to be a. She said your knees are too close to being a man. When you wear super tight suits, you're not being a man. And this definitely went viral. Shout out to you, Maurice Jackson. He said jump over here. Nah, that's better. Okay, got you. Okay, you on Facebook. All right, thank you, Maurice. But yeah, she did. She was at church on the sermon, and she was just getting on man from wearing very, very tight suits. Very, very. Because for me, I like wearing slim suits. Not some suits I like wear extra slim, but she was getting on man wearing tight suits and in the sermon. So go ahead, I can play the clip. After that, we're gonna chop it up.
Them little bitty suits is worrying me. Them ones that's high waters that's cut all up in here till we can count how many you got down there. Something is wrong. Little jackets that's too little, look like you just put on little Ray Ray's clothes or something and came to church. I'm not hearing y'all talk to me. To the point even your little dance scare me. The way you shout scare me. Your knees too close to be a man. Oh, I'm not getting nobody to talk to me right now. Maybe I gotta look down here on the monitor because let me just tipping when you shout. Open up your legs and shout like a man. Y'all better come out here and say something. Y'all up here shout like girls and the women shout like dudes. That's it. Close your legs up, you a woman. Where is our difference? The Bible said put a difference. A difference. Brothers, we wearing our pants too tight.
So I'm gonna read a couple of comments that was posted. So this right here was for the Daily Wrap Up crew. They have a podcast. Shout out to them. They said black women just keep pushing black men away and they don't even realize they're doing it. Shaking my head. Another comment says, this is from a chick. She said, as a Christian myself, people with opinions like this really irks me. All these serious issues in the world, and this is what you on the stage about. See if I can find another topic. Oh, here's another comment that says, now Juanita, Dr. Juanita, if a man says your wig not natural enough to be a woman, you'll be upset. I'm gonna find two more. Let me see if I can find something. Here's one. He said, I can't trust no preacher with a heavy wig and big lashes. And then here's another one too. This is the last one. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now, instead of preaching an uplifting sermon for the state of the world today, her messy ass is focused on the person and is receiving her word and feeling the spirit. And as the pastor, she's sitting with there judging him. That's why I can't rock with churches. It's filled with many judgmental people talking shit about, excuse my language, I'm sorry, talking ass about how somebody is praising and feeling the word, shaking my head. And shout out to Why said she should stop looking at men and calling out women's attire. And that's facts. So yeah, Hakeem, I mean, I don't know if you know about Dr. Juanita Bino, and she went off on men. And what's your take on it, brother? What's your take?
Thank you. You want to know something? I'm gonna look at this shit from this. I've never heard of her before.
Mm-hmm.
And before I get into that, Maurice was like, "Jump over here." Oh, he said, Juanita be on some crazy stuff. Those traditional Christians are the worst. Now, for me, who's been in religion most of my life, some of these pastors. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Some of these pastors don't follow the scripture the way it's been taught. What she's talking about, some personal opinion, that has nothing to do with God.
Mm-hmm.
Like what she's talking about is an opinion about what type of man she don't like. I don't know what that has to do in the church. It's not uplifting nobody. You're criticizing some man. This is why I say sometimes there's some churches that's a hangout spot. You feel me? Maurice says she should have addressed it, TF Jakes, for lying his praying hands on a brotherly love. You got a point. I've been in many churches, and I know if the church don't stick to the scriptures, based on the scriptures and the gospels as it's preached, that's not a church for me. I don't need to hear satire. I need to be uplifted. A lot of these pastors chucking and jiving. And this is why we have a negative opinion about that, because we can make things as we go there. We can say what we want. We can put the scriptures, we could talk about personal stuff and put the scriptures in it and mix it up. If it you know what I mean? And that, I don't know what, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can use your personal experience in reference to a scripture. That had nothing to do with God. You know what I mean? You trying to classify what's masculine. You don't know what masculine is. You're a woman. You like a certain type of man. Them tight suit wearing with the half cut pants, that's just a style. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's my opinion about that. I didn't, when I heard that, I said, no, she's not my type of woman I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I hear you on that, King. Yeah, so she is, I'm looking at her profile. She's she's a gospel singer, author, and a pastor. 65 from Chicago. And she was married in the early 2000s from another pastor. His name was Thomas Wisely. They've been married for 8 years, and then they got a divorce and everything. So I'm gonna say this. Yeah, Hakeem, you was right about, I don't know why people like her wanna have their type of moment of putting their personal opinions about, basically black men, what they've seen about black men wearing their suits too tight and everything. You're not a man if you wear your suit too tight and everything. First of all, I want to say this: styles has been changing. I remember back in the '90s when I had even in the early 2000s where I wear over like big suits and everything, because that was the style at the time, wear big suits. And the style was that is like we watched NBA players in the early 2000s, watch LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony. We would wear over big suits. Now, time flies. Here 2024. We like to. Our style has changed. We don't. Big suits is not the style anymore. Now is you wear slim or extra slim suits and everything. But you to come up in a sermon and say, you're not a man wearing because you wear slim suits and everything. You can't. Your knees is too tight and everything. It's like what is that? That is very masculine. Talk about brothers like that. This is what you see, in these churches. Like that's why what she used to say right there. That's why men don't go to churches no more. Because what you're saying is it's like you're emasculating a man. I don't want to hear that. I want to go to church and hear all that. If I hear something like that in church, I'm getting out of there. That's not a church I want to be in.
I want to say something that might get the people. Now, there's some traditional Orthodox Christians that follow a strict code. You can't come to certain Christian churches down south dressing any kind of way. The New Age Christians are allowed to make things up as it is, and it's a fashion show. Now, when I got into Islam, there's no playing around. There's no playing around at all. The imam is not allowing none of that. The imam don't even look rich there. You can't tell who the imam is sometimes when he goes and prays. Because when you go in there, you take your shoes off, you make salah, you wash your hands and your feet. The woman does not pray with the man at the mosque. They pray in a separate section. I'm just telling you the different contracts. There are strict rules that we follow by, and this is why when you start to notice the contrasts of different religion and what they're talking about, you start to understand some things. I'm not saying Christians are playing games. There's some Christian churches that does not play. They follow the scriptures to the strict, where you can't even eat crab or pork. Leviticus 11. So I don't know who she is, or I'm just not finding out about her. She's not preaching the gospels or the scriptures or this. What a man clothes got to do with it? But I'm telling you, in Islam, you can't even come in there dressing what she's saying. But that's already been, that's naturally known when you go in there. You know what I mean? But black people in America, we have a different, we follow Christ differently compared to everybody else in America who follows Christ. I don't know if you noticed that, Jordan. Do you?
Yeah, I do. You're right.
Some of us come in there with the fashion show, the top hats, dressed to the nine, nothing about God. We clown people who come in there looking homeless. That's not no church I want to go. I've been to one church that I say, okay, these some real Christians here. It was in Massachusetts. You want to know why? This church had a program for homeless people, single families. They allowed everybody to come in. They was giving free haircuts, and on the weekends they was going out giving socks and water and praying with people. We talking about homeless people now. I said I ain't never been to church. I ain't never seen no black church do that. I ain't never seen no black church do that.
That sounds real, Hakeem. That's the first time I'm hearing that.
Joe don't hurt him know what I'm talking about. Them churches in Massachusetts, I don't know because it's liberal there. You said Hakeem trying to taking crabs and shrimp from he said Hakeem trying to take crabs and shrimp from our Christian brothers and sisters to see what happens. Hey, and I'm saying those are the only church I ever seen who ever went out and did their ministry on the streets. The pastors was on the streets. This one church, they would go out and say, hey, he say, I'm not trying to praise to people here. He say, my fellowship worshipers are the homeless and the thugs. This the pastor who I was dealing with. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, he used to come in there with jeans and a t-shirt. He said, come as you are. He said, this ain't no fashion show here. It used to be people coming in there with no shoes. He'll try to get the brother sneakers. I say, this is a church? I say, he used to give church outside at the park. And Joe don't hurt him, said something, and I want you to take over. He said, brothers, I never believe a pastor who drives home from church in a Benz. Joe don't hurt him. The pastor I was talking about didn't even have a car. He said all he needed is just pay for my shelter, and that's it, and give me my little salary. He didn't even have a car. So you're right. I don't trust a pastor in a Mercedes or a Phantom. You know what I mean? I looked at Juanita. She looked like she got $1,000 wig on. That's 26 inches in the back of her hair. Ladies, am I wrong?
He ain't wrong at 65.
Come on,
Goddamn.
man.
And also, Jordan Herman said, you don't need a house or worship to pass the teaching. Facts.
Praise be to Allah.
Facts. Facts. I believe that 100% and everything. And the thing is, it's like, and this is what you see a lot of these pastors doing and everything. You know, they build these mega churches. You know, there's a couple mega churches here in Los Angeles, Atlanta, Dallas, and everything. And you know, they build these mega churches, and you know, they teach, you know, hope and everything. And, you know, get the offerings, get the money, and they, you know, and like I said, Jordan Harmon, they buy Benzes, Bentleys, you know, the $100,000 car just to ride and everything, so they can flex and everything. And also what was that pastor we talked about a lot last year, Hakeem, in Brooklyn? Forgot his name.
Oh, I forgot that dude named the Scammer.
The Scammer, right? He got trouble. He, you know, he was wearing his jewelry, and then he like I said, and then some robbers, they found him out. He was on his live. They went to him. They robbed him and his wife. Yeah. So a lot of these pastors right now, they're just trying to, you know, they look at it as a, you know, take a money grab and everything. Which is it's just terrible, man. It's just sad situation we hear in 2024, because you know, back in the 90s it wasn't like that. You know, you had very strong Christian churches back in there, which, you know, you had to wear a suit and everything. You know, pastors and ministers, you sit in the front. You know, if you had kids and stuff, it was not allowed there. Now certain churches you can sit anywhere you want and everything. I think churches got a little bit more liberal, and like I said, and very less conservative and everything. And you know, and that's why I used to kind of see what it is and everything. So, yeah, man, it's like I said, it's very hard to find churches that's, you know, find churches how they go back in that, but it's very, very conservative and everything, because, you know, me, you know, I will continue to keep looking, but for now, it's not a lot of churches that I'm really looking at that I'm trying to go to.
Listen, I'm not trying to go to no church where it's a fashion show. Or they trying to, or we got to make sure the pastor live better than the parishioners.
Right.
That's not what you're here for. You supposed to be poor, bro. The imam in Boston, the one that is in Dudley. I used to see the man walk up and down the street in his sandals and stuff like that. Good guy, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And I'm never. Like there's certain pastors you can't even find. You can't even find or reach in touch. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, hey man, what are we coming into? What type of religion are we following? But when you tell people this, oh, you can't do this, you can't judge this guy for this and this. I say, bro, we looking for salvation. Life is hard, bro. We don't need to be hearing people talking smack about because somebody got some clothes on them. People barely can pay their rent. You talking about tight jeans? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like I said, some of these, and my thing is, it's like fashion is keeps on changing and changing. Why you gotta find people that wear tight jeans? There's a lot of our young teenagers in it. You know, in the teens and 20s, you know, it's a new style now. They wear tight jeans. It's a new fashion. Mm-hmm. And some people in their 30s that wear tight jeans. It's a new fashion. You know, back in the 90s and 2000s, it was big jeans. Now it's tight jeans and everything. It's the fashion right now. It should be no problem with that.
He said, brother, let them know Dudley is an area where we are disenfranchised, but the word is strong. And when the message is real, 100%. Dudley Square, which they call Nubian Square now, Nubian Square because they tried to gentrify it, was the home for Black Boston, and the imam and the mosque is down the street. With I don't know if it was a cafe next to it or something like that, It's very disenfranchised. It's one of, you know what I mean? But it is like one of them places where where the word is real and brothers do stick together and nobody out there focusing on the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, man, it's just life. It's just life. It's just like we just need more better pastors to focus on the word and not focus on things that are frivolous. You get what I'm saying, Jordan?
Yeah, but how we gonna get them? We got pastors like this.
Hey, I don't even know. You're right. I don't listen. You just said a mouthful there.
It's not just her; it's a whole lot of them out there too.
You just said a mouthful there. So
And also, there's some of these pastors. They want to be famous pastors, like influential pastors too. That's a big thing as well.
Facts.
And and to me, that's another money grab.
100%.
Because he fly. Someone he want to look fly.
Hey, listen. I had ordered some prescription glass shades with this so I could actually see. I wanted, you know what I mean, some prescription. You know, listen, the ladies told me, Hakeem, you don't treat yourself right. Hakeem, and Jordan was like, you need to spend a little money on you. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I said, you know, I don't like to spend no money. So I ordered these on sale with a coupon to get me some nice shades on, you know what I mean? I'm an older man now.
All right.
I'm an older man.
You see, started wearing these keep wearing these, Hakeem. Nice.
No, you're right. Hey, these are prescription. I can see that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God is good.
Like it, yeah.
Thank you, Queen. God has been good for me. You know what I mean? Wahaz said, he says jailhouse pastors are destroying some of the communities. I respect that. Yeah. He's telling the truth. There's no, we got some jailhouse pastors in some of these churches. I have yet to see any church done anything substantial besides that one church out of there. And I've been to many churches. Most of these places, and this is why my cousins, Jordan, cousins used to be refusing to go to certain church houses. When I was young, I was kind of lost in that because I was like, oh, you got to go. But then as I get older, and I'm like, yeah, them niggas must got a point because they ain't nothing really going on in here. They, you know, some of these people not following the scriptures or the gospels by text. Yeah. They making shit up. A lot of pinstripe dresses, fat asses in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? The devil's working through me. I would sure love to have been her over. Yeah. I would sure love to have been her over. And I say, Lord, ain't you put? And I say, but you know what I mean? You looking at that. You know what I mean? So
yes, it's all that my mind's telling me no.
My mind's telling me no.
But my body, my body's telling me yes. Damn the devil. Damn the devil to hell. I got to get some in there. That's how it is, man. No. And Hakeem, man, I used to love going to church, especially like my favorite thing to go is Bible studies every Wednesday. That was my favorite thing to do. I used to go one of my friends' church and everything. And between I was 13, 14, 15, 16. And then, you know, I stopped because actually I moved, and that's why I kind of started going to church and everything. But after that, when I moved to Miami, I was trying to find some churches around me. I went to this one church with my uncle, but you know, I wasn't really feeling it. There was one church I went to in Miami Gardens. I forgot what's the call. It was cool, but I wasn't really feeling it. And after that, it was just hard to find the churches that was right for me. They moved to LA and everything. It's different out here. It's hard to say it's different out here.
I'm just like you. I grew up in the church. Trinity Church was my church. I was in their youth group program, and I was up in there to that. So you talking about somebody who knows God and has a relationship from jump. Plus, my parents are Christians. My dad went to church. A lot of our family members, my family women went to church. So, but like you say, we grow older. A lot of the people I used to go to church with are older. They went off and did their own thing. And you looking to find a community that you are good with. Why I say perhaps we should all vet pastors before letting them meet our family. That's a fact.
I agree.
Listen, we need to have a pastor offenders list, just like they have a, because these pastors play musical chairs. After they do one thing, they go to another church. They don't get vetted like that. I like these Jones. I like these Jones. He said that.
Yeah.
Urban Noise. These are prescriptions. Oh man, not as bright as hell.
How they look on you, Hakeem, when you wear them?
Oh, they're comfortable, man. I'm poor, man. So I grew up poor, man. So when I see fancy stuff like this, and I got these on sale, when I put them on, they was pretty nice, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is the year I want to treat myself nice, spend a little money. Shout out to
man. Yeah, you deserve it.
Jordan, I'm just a poor kid from out of Miami. God.
Why I said, Hakeem, God says, "Come as you are."
You're right. You're right. God do say, "Come as you are," and me being and certain church be like that too, but sometimes we don't follow those to the 100%. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I want us to be very, very, very cautious about what they say, and we need to do like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wish as Black people we can follow those words 100%, and not focus on the nuances. I wish as Black people we wouldn't judge each other. Because what Juanita did was judging. We need to love every Black person or every person the way they are. Big booty, small, flat chest.
But when we say something about her, it's a problem.
Oh man, then she's gonna go down our throat. They're gonna say we disrespecting Black women.
Right.
They're gonna say we shouldn't be talking. What place do you have talking about a woman? You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I have no listen. I've loved women the way they are, how they are, and their femininity. Lord Jesus Christ. Especially a God-fearing woman. I didn't care you had 26 inches or bald-headed. Or or dreads. I used to be a sucker for a dreadhead. And you want to know why we used to be a sucker for a dreadhead? Most of the women in my family got dreads. You love what you around. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. That's why my mama, she wore dreads majority of her life.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you tend to say, oh, this must be natural. Dark skin, dreads, dark with 26 inches. So when we say that, but we don't care about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to mention something too that a lot of people don't like for me to mention, because I get a lot of flack for trying to compare to other races. I'm not saying that other races don't judge, but they're not focused on the nuances of things that Black people are. We're so materialistic and external that's our biggest problem. We lose a lot of money out just judging people by the way they look sometimes. You lose a lot of friendships, a lot of family members, a lot of things just to say, oh, he has on a tight suit and this low cut pants. But what if he's an excellent designer? What if he's a loving person who wants to give and he's a big brother?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with somebody say, oh man, she about 600 pounds.
Yeah.
She's an SBBW. She probably feeding for sex. Cause you know what I mean? So there's so many of these nuances that I think that we just need to not care about, especially when it has nothing to do with us. And especially in the scriptures of God, you worrying about a nigga in a tight suit. Are you mad because you can't get him at 60?
At 65. Come on now. Come on,
65.
really?
You used to
You gonna get no man that's wearing tight suits at 65 because you can't get one.
basically you worrying about a nigga at 65 and you a little bit plump. And these are
Right.
skinny, and these are guys who could wear these are guys who are $140 soaking wet.
With that heavy ass wig you got on, I'm sorry.
Come on, baby. You telling the truth, man.
That wig was heavy.
Heavy
Probably
ain't
weigh
the-
about 30 pounds on my head.
Heavy ain't the word.
I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, yo, if you're gonna judge a man like that, hey man, it's a comeback. I'm sorry. You can't be doing all that. You at the sermon talk about men wearing tight suits. Really? Come on now.
Come on, heavy ain't the word.
Any final thoughts to go to the next topic?
Yeah, come on.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, folks, we're going to go to our third topic, and this is interesting. Hakeem, you going to like this one. According to a study about the PEW studies, I think it was in Philadelphia, there has been, I'm sorry, let me go to the, so this new study has shown that U.S. black population has grown in 20 years, which is wow. So according to the Philadelphia Tribune, the researchers from the PEW Research Center, founded by the black population in the United States, has grown by 11 million people in the last 2 decades. That's a 32% increase, bringing the number to almost 47.9 million from a little over 36 million between 2000 and 2022. There are a few factors that contribute to the increase in numbers. Things like the birth rate among black women, interracial marriages, mixed race, people identifying as black, the rise of immigrants from African and Caribbean countries of census forms also adds to the number. Black Americans born overseas has doubled since 2000, growing from 2.4 million to 5.1 million, marking only 11% of the nation's population. With those numbers, some would think the black population is the fastest growing, but that's not true. The African American population is not the fastest growing, but they are growing at the least as fast as the rest of the nation. Census results shows more people saying they are both black and Hispanic. However, when it comes to certain cities and states, some are losing their black populations, like the city of St. Louis is seeing a vast majority of black residents leaving. I know the reason why, because St. Louis is one of the top murder rates one of the top cities in top murder rates in the United States. More data from a study found that black people are generally younger than most. Close to 30% of the black population in its entirety is under the age of 20, with 12% being 65 years and older. Compared to white and non-Hispanic Americans, under half of the black U.S. population was younger than 30 in 2022, with the median age for blacks sitting at 32. The median age for white Americans is between 43 and 44 in U.S. born Latinos in the age of 20. So it's basically saying the black population is rising. Pretty much, a lot of immigrants from from Africa, from the Caribbean islands, they're coming over here, raising our numbers and everything. But that's still I feel kind of strange that it says Black America is still the least populations who in that numbers who grow and everything. We do have a clip from the Media Man. He talked about this, the black population. And also he was talking about Amanda Seal. She was kind of making jokes about it. They was talking about the black population going up, but she was talking about, is it because, I don't like how she said it. Is it because of is it our black men going to these white women? And then you see these numbers jumping and everything. She kind of make a snarky ass joke on that. But go ahead, King. I'll play it and then we're gonna talk about it.
By 32% since the year 2000, I believe. Amanda Seals, she inserts by saying, man, I wonder if that increase is due to the amount of black men who say that they don't like black women. And all these black men having children with white women or non-black women.
A recent Pew Research study revealed that the black population has grown by 32%, amounting to 11 million people from 2002 to 2022. So 20-year, 32% growth. That's not bad at all.
I want to know, does that include the black men who are like, I don't date black women, they too loud, and are having black babies with white women? Does it include those black babies? I just want to get it. I want to find out the asterisk on that. Just let me know.
So
So that's a little clip right there. So yeah, Hakeem, as you can see, the black population is growing in the United States, mostly from for Africans coming into our country and also for the Caribbeans. But according to Black Americans, they're still kind of the least to grow in the black populations. So man, you on the phone or you good? Okay. Yeah. So it's a big population for. So here's my little take on it. It's as you can see, I still see a lot of interracial relationships that I see a little rise on that from 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So I see a number on that and everything. I do see a lot of people like Caribbeans coming into the country. Basically, if you live in Miami, I see it. Also here living in LA, I see it as well. And like I said, they're moving to DC. I think they moved to Boston, Atlanta. I think Washington as well. You see a boost in that and everything.
Mm.
And to me, for all things, I like to see our black population seeing a rise and everything, because in the black, like I said, Black Americans leaving America, they're still low on that. Hopefully I'll see a rise on that too. But in general, I like to see there's a rise in our population and everything, because I think the overall the black people in the United States, I think we like 14% altogether here of the percentage that we live in the United States of America and everything. But man, it's good to hear. It's good to hear that and everything. But yeah, that's my little take on it. Go ahead, Hakeem.
So, the funny thing is, man, like, people want to love to practice division. You feel me? There was no need for her to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to point that out there. Now, I also want to point out a point about the whole population control and this and this. Black people are always growing. But one thing I know about black folks, a lot of them ain't doing the census. You don't have an accurate number of what's going on. That's one thing. And then you got the Black Americans who have moved overseas and over this and over that. You ain't count them. We haven't counted the ones who overseas, because there's thousands of Black Americans who live all over the country, who's moved to other places, had kids from other places. So we're talking about something that's so finite that we don't even care about. Because I could tell you, there's been times we've never done when the census come, we be scared. We wondering who's at the front door. So when I look at those things and I say that, as population, as black people, we're going to always grow. But I think what we go through, every other culture goes through in race. People die, people live. But it is a beautiful thing to hear that 11 more million people have been born into the fold, because people died. And I think people, if they know about history, like Civil War and all that, people there was at the times in like the 1800s and stuff like that, there was almost 100,000 people dying every day. Literally 1,000 people were dying every single day, like from the I forgot what year or what era that was. So to hear that, life expectancy is a lot more better now.
Mm-hmm. Hakeem, you made a strong case about the census, especially Black Americans. Black Americans, And I saw this before. Z told me this too when she was working with the census, I believe. And I think this is around the pandemic and everything. A lot of people believe they don't trust Black Americans. We don't trust the census because I feel like when we put our information towards the census, they feel like the government can find out where they living at and everything. And I feel like a lot of government they don't want to find out where they living at because I know maybe some Black Americans maybe owe money to the government, but they be believing that the census is when you put your name in the census, they're gonna find you, which is not the case. That's the IRS. It's not the census. That's the IRS. I hear a lot of that about too. I feel like if more Black Americans really put their name in the census, I think our numbers can be bigger what it is right now. Yeah, I really believe that, with the census, they think that the IRS, they put their name in it, and the system and everything, they just feel like the IRS is going to find them. And, you got to pay them, or if not, they're going to garnish their check, something like that, which is not the case. I just feel like, like I said, about Black Americans, please be informed, please do your research, and please, get the information about the census, because the census, they just try to do a number count. That's what it is. They're not trying to find, we're going to pay the IRS and everything. It's all about, doing the head count. Just like you went to school when, you went to count day so they could count, so the state can count how many kids is in there so they can check and everything. That's kind of the same thing the census do. It is counted how many people, not just Black Americans, but whites, Asians, Hispanics that living in this country, and they can calculate the percentages of who live in this country. That's all, and that's it.
I want to also add a caveat to a tidbit too. When they do count the census, it also helps them on how much funding they're needed too.
Yeah.
So if they don't count you, certain cities and municipalities don't get the amount of funding they needed because people opt out for letting them know that, okay, it's 80,000 people here, but only 20,000 is on the census.
Right. And the thing is, and the rich people don't want to come. It's really these big cities like here in LA, Los Angeles, New York, Las Vegas. That's when Black people here they really don't want to do that. But it's like I said, I advise you. It's really, really important because I know it's a lot more Black people than it. Like I say, even though the study said there's a lot more Black population, but I think it's more than that. I think it's way more than that. But that's just me.
No, I'm a second and agree with you. I think it's by far more than that. I think they've been misreading the population forever. And then let's also forget, there's a lot of people who get in the census and don't even identify as Black.
Right. And here living in LA, I see a lot of Black people that are homeless here. They're probably not in the census.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a lot.
You got a great point with that one too.
There's a lot. I'm like, wait a minute. And there's a lot too. And then also, I don't know if the census they go to what you call it adoption centers too. I don't know if I never heard census go to adoption and really count when they go to the adoption centers of children that need to be adopted and everything. I don't think census go there too, but yeah. This now really looking at the information and everything, I know there's a lot more Black people out there.
No, by far so many Black people.
Definitely, if you just like I said, if you just go in the census, get a count done, guarantee you it'll be more than you see right now.
Talk about it.
And also Amanda Seal, she just don't like Black men. I know she don't. That to me, what she said was definitely on call for. I don't know why she do that, but like I said, to me, she just keep pushing the process of Black men versus Black women. And the thing is, it's like when we say if Black women are so masculine, she say that's a problem. Let's Black women be Black women. But the thing is, it's like if you like I said. If like I said, but like I said, a man wants I want a feminine woman and everything. But how she's acting, she's like really, really masculine. But the thing is I don't think she knows the really think about just listening to the man. I just feel like women are women. We can do what we want to do, and that's it.
And you said a good point about it. She wants to blanket that statement in Black men and not wanting to realizing her faults as maybe you're just not a friendly person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have a lot of women who say that and don't, that you just maybe not and like, and I don't think women understand that most men are not. We're pretty much all the same. You know what I mean? I say, if you're not nice and you're not soft and sweet, most men don't want to deal with. We could just tussle around with our homeboys. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But hearing that, and hearing that we're supposed to accept a person the way they are, which we do accept the persons the way they are, but people have to understand, like, man, baby girl, I need you to be soft. I need you to be nice. You know what I mean? There's really not much of a requirement for that. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really it. Like, I don't see, like, honestly, in all points intended, I don't see what's an issue with you being a nice, sweet person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't deal with no woman who say, F is you talking about my dude?
Yeah, that's not attractive.
Like, who's dealing with that?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know who the hell. And the thing is, God bless the guy who's dealing with that, because I cannot fathom, yo. I cannot fathom. I used to hear a lot of that. I was born in that with my mom, my grandmother, but when I went outside with the school and her stuff like that, I'm like, what? No, this is not adding up. This is not adding up. Maybe I need to move somewhere else and get out of the situation, because I couldn't deal with that. I cannot deal with that.
Man, like, like me too, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I've dealt with people like that back in the past, and you got to get real aggressive with them and start, you know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, I can't live like that, baby.
Yeah, I can be friends with you like that, but like, be in a relationship? No way.
Bro, let me tell you something. No man have I ever in my life met wants to deal with somebody that is as tough as them. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me not start talking that crap and say that if my girl is in the mix and she was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, we're not saying that, but we also just saying, like, baby love, you don't got to do that. Baby love, what is you doing? You feel me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say, Jay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, you know what I mean? Like, I look at Amanda Seale, and let's get something straight. She's very beautiful. You feel me?
Yeah.
When she dolls herself up, and she she's but just her energy and the rhetoric that she says make her very unattractive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to deal with all that, baby girl. Like, that's not it. My mother is a soft, sweet woman. She'll go off when she need to, but she has never been like so aggressive like that. You know what I mean? When I see her, I say, you gotta handle your woman with kid gloves. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys say, hey, baby, what you need? I say, mama, you need anything? Can I go get you something? Or go over there and go over here. You know what I mean? And that's how you do it. But, and you know what I mean? But when you start putting rhetoric and think that when you start rhetoric and you start to say that we don't like black women or you doing this, I say you're only projecting what you have been dealing with men that are not with men that really don't want to really admit to it, but say that, hey girl, you just not nice.
Yeah.
You're not a nice person. Like, there's really nothing to it. I can't really just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see us getting together because you're just not a nice person.
And what you're saying, Hakeem, a lot of brands is afraid to say that. I don't
Basically.
know. And the thing is, how you say it like that, you're not cussing or saying it with vulgar or anything. Saying it how you said it, Hakeem, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
And she's still trying to get back at you, then you leave.
You see? But a lot of us are scared to say it like that and don't get it. Sometimes it's not the point that you're ugly, because you know what I mean. It's just that you're just not nice.
The attitude ugly though.
He said, nobody, this guy is enough. What you mean by that, Miss Bryant?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Like and that's the thing. Like
Yeah, I feel you. So yeah. Any final thoughts? We go to the next topic, Hakeem. Our final
go
topic.
right ahead. I'm good on that one.
Okay. All right. So our next topic we're gonna talk about these migrants again. So we talked about migrants in New York, migrants in Detroit, migrants in Chicago, migrants in Denver. Now we're gonna go into this my state in California. So there was a video that was I think it was like yesterday or the day before of I think it was like migrants was on a boat from La Jolla, California, which is like an hour and 30 minutes I live away. Came from the boat, landed in the beach, got out and started running and everything. And this was caught on video. So we still having a migrants problem here in the United States of America. Now it's here in my state of California. We do have a video for you guys. It's a 2-minute video of how they was on a boat. Like when I first saw the boat, I thought it looked like Marines coming to the beach and they running about everything. That's how they was coming. But I want you guys to see for yourself, and after that we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, King.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They're illegal aliens.
I wasn't sure what was going on.
Lifeguards aren't gonna do. They're illegal aliens. Man, they're not coming up. Dude, they got kids with them too.
I didn't know. Oh my God, there's a child.
Holy shit. This lady's just collapsing. Jesus. I've seen the boats here like 5 times, but I've never actually seen them do it.
So I'm reading the stat about how many migrants came from last year, 2023. So hear this number, Hakeem. So it's been 225,000 migrants that came here in the United States from 2023. 225,000, and numbers are still going, and this year numbers still going up. What's your thoughts, Hakeem?
I think that it's a difficult situation, man. But we need to be real strict about handling the borders, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I tell people this: try to get in here the right way. I know people are fighting to get here. When you do stuff like that, automatically you're gonna get sent back. You know what I mean? That's not the way to do it. You already done pay your whole life savings to come across the boat. I don't know how many people done died on that water already, because we already know you on that boat, there's a lot of people who done drowned. So, you know what I mean? We trying to tell people don't make this dangerous trip. And we need to try to, the thing that America doesn't like to hear is the reason why we have these migrant crises, we messed up a bunch of people countries. You feel me?
Yep.
We messed up a bunch of people countries to the point where, hey, shout outs to production X Dark, man. Thanks. All is well. We messed up a bunch of people countries to the point where people are running here just to come clean toilets. Am I wrong?
No, keep going.
Y'all not getting no data analyst jobs. You sure enough ain't gonna be no digital marketer here. You feel what I'm trying to say? Or a project manager. It says, do we have an immigration problem? Yes, but we then need to find out the programs don't even have enough to support us here already. Joe heard him hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Every city in America you go, the homeless population is growing on top of the migrants who are here that are homeless too. We see them everywhere. I went downtown Miami, driving by, and I'm starting to see a mixture of different people. I say, these ain't the regular homeless folks.
Hey, remember I came, I don't know, I don't know if it was a lady from the governor of the state. They're asking you to help support these migrants by having them in your house.
Basically, because it's getting bad. And that was in Massachusetts.
Yep.
Out of all places. We're hemorrhaging a system that already didn't have enough. Because so many are keeping in the pockets. You telling me we need to accommodate more? I'm not talking like a xenophobia. My parents are foreigners too. We've been here over 60 years already. So we are traditional Americans. So now I got to think of my nephews, nieces, and stuff who are coming here. And then let's not talk about what about the people who immigrate here legally? How do they feel when they see people crossing over here? I'm here. When you or a person, which I know some, which I've met, who come from England, Ireland, Canada, Portugal, these places, you yourself who immigrate here has to come with a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, because America's not accepting people. You're not getting a visa if you don't have something great. We don't have that lottery stuff like we used to have back in the days. So a lot of y'all, on top of you immigrating here, you're paying over $1,000+. I'm talking about the ones who immigrate here legally based on profession. $1,000+ they have to pay to get here. You know how much a green card here in America costs if you want to buy one? $250,000, $250,000. And for a business green card, for a business visa green card, it's $500,000. A lot of people are surprised they see a lot of Chinese here. They got the money to come and spend it here.
Yep.
He knows better. He know what I'm talking about. He's in California.
Yep.
There's a lot of Asians there. A lot of them don't come here legally. The check is already cut. Oh, $250,000, cut it. Hey. Certain families there in China been having money back since the Ming Dynasty. Oh, listen, this is our queen here talking. He says, the TN visa isn't easy as it seems. Let me fly you to Mexico, then try to find one of these boats. That's somebody who flies frequently.
Yep.
Who flies frequently? Who's coming from what we call because you know developing countries are third world country. What we call America and places like Canada and stuff like that. It's a word for it.
First world countries?
Yeah, first world countries. She's from a first world country. She flies frequently. She pays her money. She flies just like some of these people who come here from London and Portugal and stuff. They pay thousands of dollars to fly around. Thousands of dollars for visas. And it's hard for them to get. So I'm saying we're getting to a point where you ain't going to even be able to come here and clean toilets anymore, people. You need to be able to read English to clean the toilet now, let alone get a security license. So I don't know what play Biden has, and us who are Americans and everybody else in other countries are watching us. They don't know what they're doing over there. The Bulgarians and all these other first world countries, they got that issue over there. We send ours back. When the migrant crisis was happening in Europe, they was not playing over there. That's why a lot of them people are still sleeping in woods over there, because you're not coming here to they don't listen. They don't have enough. The countries they was already doing bad. Italy, Portugal, these places like their money is so bad.
Yeah.
Greece. The system is hemorrhaging now. Inflation is hitting all the. Even England itself is having some issues. That's why they had to break off from the union. They said we're not letting our economy come too. And another reason why they broke off too, they also stop a lot of people, because when you're a part of the European Union, a lot of people from other places, and here's the funny thing too. England go through the same thing we go through. I don't know if anybody can fact check me on this. Everybody from all those other European countries flood to UK to get a job, just like everybody from other third world countries. Everybody on this side of the planet flood to the United States to get a job, no matter where you at, because this is where the jobs is at. Same thing happening in UK. So when the UK say we can't keep hemorrhaging our system, we got to break off the Brexit. I'm noticing now, and just to give you a tidbit, and people talking about where last year in the state of Florida, they had them cut the food stamps down to 70. They took, I think, almost $60, $70 off the food stamp. We did a story like
I don't remember. You probably did. I just don't remember.
You did a story, because I remember I seen a news clip where the girl said I was usually able to get my daughter her snacks or things that she likes. She said I had to cut, and she said I work full time. I still can't afford enough to buy.
It's crazy.
This was in the state of Florida. I can only imagine other different places now. There's people right now who are in traditional home programs who are trying to get off the street. A lot of people, Fred, again, there's Americans who are homeless, who's been here all their life. You know what I mean? They're still homeless.
And that's not talking about the veterans that are homeless too.
Oh my God.
Man, that's even worse.
There's some World War II veterans who are still sleeping on the street buying beers at corner stores, who can't get a traditional housing, who are in backlog at the VA. But we tell them we are accommodating people who come in. Don't tell me I love different cultures, but we don't have enough right now. We don't. We don't have enough. If that was the case, Mexico would have took care. Mexico is in shambles right now.
That's why they're coming up here.
They're coming up here. And you would think they was doing, you would think they was doing good. There's so many Chinese companies moving there, building up car companies. Toyota just built a plant over there. That don't mean they hiring all the Mexicans to come work. They flying the American professionals to come over across the border from Texas. So we need perspective on
this. Texas, he's not playing around with that.
No, he's not. And DeSantis ain't playing with y'all either.
Mm-mm.
He's not. DeSantis is not playing. He's not here to smile.
I wish that these other states like, well, people not going to New Mexico like that, but here in here to California, Arizona, you know, plus states like those, yo, they need to be tightened up. And the thing, and I want to say about this, I don't know what Joe's doing right now. I don't know if he's seeing this right now, but the more we see these migrants coming out, the more it just make Joe Biden look worse, man. It just make him look worse and worse. Because my thing is, it's like he said, I don't know, he said last year he was having a problem with that, he was going to build a wall, but that went out of nowhere. But hey, but Trump tried to tell y'all when he was in office, Trump tried to tell y'all, like, build a wall. Like I said, it's more and more illegal immigrants or aliens are coming, and it's just building and building and building. It's like, shoot, by the year of this year, shoot, we might have, including what 2023, 2024, we'll probably reach the max of maybe 1 million migrants coming up here, yo.
Yeah.
Easy.
I won't read this comment what Joe Don't Hurt Him said, and which is very profound. And a lot of people who don't understand economics would not understand what he just said. He put it in the simplest form for people. He said the system is designed to separate America, would not function if everybody was equal. Go we wealth of worlds. And he just symbolized that one little statement right there. We are a capitalist society. There's always going to be an underclass to feed the system. People don't get that. They think that everybody can be rich, everybody can manifest. No, baby, it don't work like that. They're going to be poor people. They're going to be middle class. They're going to be an upper class, and they're going to be that upper class that you go up in that. The system just wasn't designed for that. Even back then, it has always been like that. You know what I mean? He said, big fat. It says, not only that I feel like a lot of people that come here illegally don't understand economics. Project X Dark said, he said, many of them will take low pay and tolerate terrible living conditions. Big facts.
That's huge facts right there.
Production X Dark. Let's have a serious conversation. I'm gonna talk about two particular places in Atlanta, three: Texas, Miami, and California, which is the most states a lot of immigrant Hispanics come to. And I don't think, like you said, they don't understand economics for years. He says, shout outs to King Touch Auto. He says, bless Black King Bodega. Love the info. Like being like you've been like this since Miami. Marcus Garvey. Just wanted to big you up. Thank you, my brother. So, and that was my good brother. I went to high school with. Good brother, good father, a good Black man who raises his kids, who praises. And I gotta give shout outs to King Touch Auto. You know, he sells cars too, everybody. He's on Instagram. Kings, when it has _touch_auto. So let's get something straight. Production Arts Dark, follow me here and tell me if I'm wrong. And Jordan, I need you to talk to me.
Go ahead.
Because you're in Michigan. And they did this in Michigan, and they did this in Michigan too. When our Latino brothers and sisters who don't come to us and talk to us first for us to get them up on game, when they come here, they get the pay. They put the price down on labor, which hurts the whole vast of us. I know what I'm talking about because when I was growing up, I tried to get in construction jobs here. A lot of time they wouldn't take us. They say, we got enough. Yeah. I'm not hating on my brothers and sisters. They got to eat. And then when the person tell you, and I say, hey, we only paying them $6, $7. This was in the 90s that time. We ain't working for that. Sorry, brother, we can't do that. You can't come in here and bring the price down to make sure they pockets. This America, baby, they got to pay top dollar. Thanks. So when you come in here, you lower the price down. And this is the reason why construction is still having an issue, because our brothers and sisters Shout out to Natasha Vincent. She got our brother King Touch Auto on here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Natasha, we gotta get you on the payroll, baby.
Yes, we do.
We gotta get you on the payroll.
I gotta
listen. I can't afford you now, baby. We working up the chips. When we hit that 1 million subscribers, you'll be the first one on the payroll.
A big bonus as well. Big
bonus now. So listen here. Even some and listen here. Our Hispanic brothers and sisters, we want to pay you top dollar. A lot of y'all are skilled workers. You shouldn't be underpaying yourself. You're going to get underpaid because they can do that because you don't got your papers. Get your papers together.
That's all.
Get your papers together, brother.
Yeah. Do the legalized way.
Do the legalized way. Don't devalue labor here. Because we're having a problem where our young black brothers and sisters here can't get a job. We're not blaming you. I want to say that. We're not blaming you. This has nothing to do with you. The economy is already messed up, but if you come on top of that, these why these young kids right now, these why these young kids growing up mainly just go work at fast food. What other place they working? When you can get somebody to go work at the construction site or at an auto body shop, you pay him under the table. You pay him $100, $200-$300 a week, and he know how to fit. He know how to tear down a transmission and put it up in less than an hour. When you know that's $1,000 job, you gotta pay the BMW techs and the Toyota techs over $60,000. The mechanics over there ain't playing with you.
No, because they charge top dollar for labor.
So this is what Production Next Dark was talking about. They're willing to come here, take low pay, and live in terrible living conditions because you know you're not supposed to be here illegally. Mm-hmm. You're here illegally, and then the same thing, brother. We don't have a pathway to citizenship. We need to try to get things right here.
And the thing is, the more you get your papers right and everything, you know, it helps. And then you get your papers right put in there, it makes the economy better. I don't think a lot of people know that. When you get your papers done, you do it the right way, the economy will be better.
100%. And we can help you better. We can help you, brothers and sisters, our Latino brothers and sisters, our African brothers and sisters. And I'm talking about the ones who come here legally, because there's a lot of y'all come here legally, and y'all pay top dollar to come here.
Yeah.
Some of y'all come here on college visas. Some of y'all come here on student visas. Y'all do it the right way. You go back to your country. You apply for a job. You get your visa through here. We got to get them boys credit.
Yeah, I mean a lot of them in Miami. A whole lot of them in Miami.
Yeah.
Especially they want to be culinary arts and everything. A lot of restaurants in South Beach and everything. Yeah, a lot of people come from like Canada, Europe. Yeah, they do come with visas. They stay there for like a year or two, and they do it the right way.
They do it the right way, and they go back to their country, come back trying to stay here permanently, and they paying top dollar for their visas. They got to pay, and they paying. Joe Don Hurnham said the biggest lie was making it seem like being a trade was a low-value job like plumbers, electricians, and carpenters. And carpenters are not needed daily. That's a fact. They made it seem like that.
Right.
They made it seem like that. And mind you, the perception of it seemed like is that. But when you got, if you're not a part of a union, you're trying to get on to a construction job, and you're just an independent contractor, you get this. Listen, we need to get them contractors here who will tell you about the predatory ways some of these companies do to try to keep a dollar. And a lot of people think Americans are xenophobias. No, we're not. We just want equal fair thing. We don't mind having y'all over here. We wouldn't mind having you come here and have your kids born here. Because usually when your kids born here, they become American. They have an American mindset. They don't become Mexican like that. Some Mexicans can't align with Mexico.
That's true.
It's a lot of y'all in Texas and California who look at y'all as San Antonians and Dallas. You're Dallas Hispanics. You're not Mexicans like that. Your family from Mexico. You've been here all your life. You love Mexico. You might go there on vacations. That's not where you was raised. You have American values. I'm Haitian, but I'm born and raised here. Liberty City. Went to Miami Jackson Senior High School. I ain't never lived in Haiti before. I don't know what it's like that over there. My parents are from it. My mama made a clear distinction of that. This is your country. You better love it. And if this is my country and I better love it, I'm going to fight to keep it the way it's supposed to be.
Production XR says, exactly, but not only that, if they become the majority and accept that behavior, it can become the new standard. It is already a fight to raise minimum wage. Yes.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Yes. Listen, already a fight, and we're still struggling here. Production X Dark. We struggling here in Florida. We recently just hit $12. Seattle, they paying them boys $21 over there. Them white boys was not playing over there.
Yeah, and here it's minimum wage is like $16. But the thing is, it's like the more you raise minimum wage, the more people, more companies got to cut hours because they can't afford.
They can't afford it. Hey, listen. We need to live. We need to eat, and the price is gonna go up. Oh, he says I'm in NC. Woo!
All right, North Carolina in the building.
Listen, production. They starting to flood y'all soon. Where you at? Charlotte, Greenville, Gastonia. He say
small towns with no jobs.
Small towns with no job. And listen here. Listen, Production X Dog, you probably don't know. I used to live in Gastonia, in North Carolina, outside of Charlotte. Everybody in their mama in that South Carolina, North Carolina area either flood to two places. That's Charlotte or Charleston. Stop me when I'm talking. Stop me when I'm lying. He's in Henderson. Woo! Everybody and their mama go to Charlotte or Charleston for a job. And if they can't find a job there, some will take that hour drive and go to Atlanta. Stop me. Stop me. Same thing like them boys from Virginia.
Yep.
A lot of them boys from Virginia will leave Virginia to come to Atlanta. That's where the job's at. They ain't in Virginia. They're not in Virginia Beach. I've been there. They're not in Norfolk. Bank of America's downtown Charlotte. It's like a whole corridor with all the banks that, stop me when I'm lying. There's one of the banks where it's got the whole restaurant downstairs. Like different restaurants downstairs. They're starting to flood Charlotte. They're starting to flood North Carolina. He say, Waha say, Columbia, South Carolina, Orangeburg. Woo. Columbia is another one too. They just starting to build up. Orangeburg, that's another big city off to the side. Funny enough, my brother's wife, she's from outside of Orangeburg. Shout out to my brother's wife and my South Carolina family. Put respect on their name. Yeah. So Jordan, in your opinion, how do you think a lot of us can go about educating people and to make other people understand what we're going through as far as like just a whole just to try to get people to understand because I know y'all see this in Michigan too, because they don't talk about that. Because listen, y'all got it other ways too. You got the Mexicans there and the Arabs. The Arabs carved out their own city in Michigan.
Yeah.
And it's only for them. And they're not shy to tell you that.
Yeah, but the question for me is like, well, I'll just say in our generation, it's like I said, we don't watch TV no more. But the thing is, it's like, we're in the social age of social media and everything. click on some certain news on like CNN or something like that. This looks what's going on in our country today. Or go to YouTube, listen to podcasts. It's topped out what's going on in our country today. Because, like I said, this probably ain't gonna get views or anything, but the thing is, it's like, it's important to know what's going on in your country, because the stuff that you're paying, wages and everything, you really have to figure out what's going on in our country. Why is the country the way it is, especially with economics and everything. Because with these migrants, it's definitely affecting our economics, big time. And a lot of people, like I said, a few people know, but I think a lot of people just don't know like that. They just don't know, and to me, it's important. Like I said, continue. Like I said, if you want to know about economics, look at podcasts. Like I said, I know we're social media driven. Look at social medias. Don't just look at entertainment. Just look at what's going on in our country today and everything. And also, like I said, 2024 is election year. Just figure out what's going on here in the United States of America, and make sure you do your research. And then, like I said, the person you're voting for, vote for the right person to fix the situation, because it's just like I said, as we can see, I guarantee you, that's just my person for me. Like I said, by the end of 2024, for 2023 to 2024, if like I said, if it keeps going, we're definitely gonna have over 1 million migrants here in the United States of America.
100%.
And also, you guys is watching, please like it and share it too.
Like and subscribe.
Like and share it so people can see what we're talking about. Because we're giving out good information what's going on.
Basically, so we can bring the old videos down and this new video up.
Yes, sir. Joe the Hurt shot you out.
Listen, he said, love my brother. He says, Hakeem, round mirror behind him, bitch. Hey, that's the signature. Hey, that exposed everything.
Yeah.
Nah, man. But it is, man. And I want people to know, man, we love everybody, man. Different cultures, wherever you from. We don't want nobody to get nothing twisted. It's just that we just trying to take care of home first before we can help other people.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. And I hope people will understand that. And I hope people from other countries can hear this and say that Americans don't have a problem with foreigners. We love different cultures. We travel to different places. We marry foreigners and bring them home here. But I just say, from just like you love your country and you're patriotic and we're not able to disrespect you, we're just the same here. We just want to make sure that the poor whites, poor blacks, and the poor Hispanics who have been here for hundreds of years get a fair shot. Go ahead.
And I would say this: if we go to your country, like I said, we usually do it the right way.
Yeah.
Any country we gonna go, as Americans, we try to do it the right way. All we ask for the same thing when you come over here: do it the right way.
Yeah.
Because if you do it the wrong way, the more problem this economy gonna have in our country and everything.
Yeah.
And that's why we see our economy is in shambles.
It's in shambles too. And listen, we're not going to also say that a lot of you people who come here don't stimulate our economy. A lot of people travel here from other cultures, spend money in New York, Atlanta, different places. We're going to do the same thing too. I want to go to Mexico City.
Correct, yeah.
I want to spend money. I want to stimulate the economy, buy culture. You know what I mean? And listen, I traveled prior before I stopped traveling 5 years ago. Because, I wanted to focus on some things. I've been to a bunch of countries. I've been to Trinidad. I've been to Trinidad. I've been to Grand Turk. I've been to DR and all these places, spending money, making sure I stimulate the economy. But, here, we're struggling here just as well as you. The only difference here, we have jobs. That's the only difference. Listen, where's poverty here just as well as poverty where you at? Only difference here, we have a little bit more jobs for you to get to come here and clean toilets and go work at McDonald's, or Walmart. Because the top 10 listen, a lot of people from other countries don't know. Majority of people here work minimum wage. They don't understand that. He says, but not only that, a lot of people have been going missing since the mass immigration. We don't have, he said, we don't have to be wise. Everybody coming here ain't innocent. That is a fact. You know, they just had a video production next dark where there was a mass terrorist who say, Yasun will know our name, and he was crossing the border, crossing the border from Mexico to. There's a video out. He's a document terrorist crossing the border, and brag about it. Yasun will know my name.
Damn.
Trump wasn't playing that.
Nope.
I mean, we have to be right. You're right.
You're right. Yeah.
He said, business partner Wall Street been sending companies outside the U.S. for years. Now it's hurting all the community. Facts. Detroit, Michigan is one of them. Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh is another of them. The Steel Belt. Let's talk about it. I've been to these places. These places still ain't recovered.
Nope.
I used to go to Pittsburgh all the time. I say, man, this city look like a bomb done hit it.
Yep. Still city.
Ohio, for God's sakes. You go through Ohio, you was like,
Flint, Michigan. God, oh my God.
Listen.
My
Talk
hometown,
about it.
My hometown, Pontiac.
Pontiac.
Pontiac was like a hometown, like I said, because, like I said, when I was little, it was nothing but like GM assembly lines everywhere. You go there now, it looks like a ghost town.
You told me your granddaddy who worked for them was making six figures back then.
My grandmother, my grandmother, my granddad, they was in the heyday in the 80s and 90s, they was making six figure easy. My granddad was working for 40 something years. He was a janitor making six figures.
Yeah. Back then, all you needed was a high school diploma. Now you need you a JD to work some places.
Yeah.
Birmingham, Alabama, looked like a bomb done hit it. Mobile, Montgomery, I've been here. Mississippi, let's not go there. Jackson. Still Mississippi burning down there. The whites and the blacks ain't doing good over there.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? But you got Ford and all these other places building companies over here. You got Apple building their phones overseas. Yeah, and they're still clocking billions.
Yep, Tesla. Yeah, but Tesla, they do bad. My for Tesla, they do bad right now. Their stock is falling.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But he's still gonna clock some money, and how he's gonna help us. The only person, and I might be biased, that I think he's trying to do something, and I notice he's doing something that I haven't seen none of these jokers is doing, is Amazon.
Yo.
You might not like him. You might have a problem with him. But everywhere we go, you there's somebody in your family who got an Amazon job. Am I wrong?
Yep.
Somebody who's either delivering packages, they're working at Whole Foods.
Yep.
They're working at Amazon Fresh. They're working at the warehouse.
The warehouses.
Amazon y'all might not like them, but some of y'all are still able to get you a sandwich in the morning because you got to go to work in Amazon. Yeah. I got friends who still work for Amazon. They could not find a job. They found them an Amazon job.
Yeah.
My homegirl, she was looking for a job for months, and she's a medical assistant. She had no choice but to go get an Amazon job. But we hate on him, though. But there's jobs here for you to still pay your rent.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Bezos, he said, these people be looking like America's still a dream when we've been living in a nightmare condition. Let's talk about it. Flint, Michigan, live in third world conditions. They've been living like that for the last 10 years. You know how much I've been hearing that?
Longer than that, 20 years, man.
On top of the crime?
Yeah.
So JoJo Hurdham is saying the truth. Miami just got beautiful the last 10 years. But they're suffocating us here too. Miami just got beautiful. Let's get that straight. When I say it's been beautiful, but all you out of state dudes who's buying up the buildings, raising up the rent, I know a lot of people had to move to Tallahassee and all the places.
Yep. Some moved to Tennessee.
Tennessee. It says, Natasha, did they fix the water issue yet? No. No, they did, Natasha. Isn't that funny? That's been going on 2 years.
Yep.
2-3 years. Not only Flint, Michigan, what else? What other city had a boil water order too? It's another
Mississippi, right?
Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson,
They still got a boil water order. You can't even take a shower with their water in Jackson. That's where Brett Favre and all these goofies are from.
Oh no, yeah, it's been way more than that. It's been but that water situation I think it's been I've been here with 2020, 2023. It's been happening for 15, 20 years. About 15 years. 15 years.
15, 20 years. I've been hearing about Flint being poked back when I was growing up, and they said the crime was bad. And listen, we just talk about Flint, Michigan, and Pontiac. Nobody never talk about Grand Rapids.
Yeah, the other side of Michigan.
I heard them boys were dropping bodies on the daily over there. You know what I mean? Listen, North Carolina's starting to get rough now too. I've never seen that before in my life. The last 2-3 years, yeah, bro. Charlotte and all these goofies are now catching bodies there. North Carolina ain't what it used to be before too when I was over there. Look what Natasha said. He says, Google say Flint been having a water issue since 2012, 13, 14.
It's been longer than
15,
that.
16,
Yeah,
17,
that's 11
18,
years.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We talking about 11 years, 12 years. And you say longer than that. We talking about 15 years.
I feel like it's been longer than that. I feel like it's been longer than that because I've been hearing that when I was in high school. So about 2009, 20, yeah. So yeah. So about 2009, 2010, yeah.
Listen, a lot of people love Atlanta, and your wife can answer this for me too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people love Atlanta, but there's so many homeless people when you get off that Greyhound downtown.
In Atlanta, yep.
There's so many people who come to Atlanta and is homeless.
Yep. I remember drove there one time. I forgot we was doing that. This was my third time. We drove by a Greyhound. Oh my God, that area of the homeless people, it was crazy.
Yeah. So I tell people this: no matter where you go, it ain't sweet. People be pushing people. Hey, I'm going to go to Atlanta. I'm going to go to Orlando. I'm going to go to Tampa. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go here. Do you have skills? Do you have skills? Are you able to get a job there? Do you got savings? You can't make it in the city you're going to. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of y'all need to leave some of y'all cities to get somewhere where it's a little bit more copacetic. Like I always recommend everybody to leave Chicago until we do a Noah flood there to clean up the streets. I can't recommend y'all to go there. I can't recommend y'all to go there on phone them. But that's my point on that.
I hear you. So, hey guys, thank you. We made it over our 2-hour mark. We appreciate you guys. But again, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share our content. We really appreciate you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell on your right hand side because we do go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Remind you guys, Ronnie, he is off today, but next week. On Monday, he will be back. He's going to an event tonight, and he will be returning on Monday. But that being said, we want to make a shout out. Shout out to Joe Herdo. We appreciate you. Shout out to Fresh Town, Florida. And Thompson Vincent. We appreciate you always, dear, for always coming in and show us our support. We appreciate you. Production X Dark. We appreciate you. Why High. What else we got in here? Fresh Sounds and Urban Noise. I think that's it. Anybody from Instagram? Oh, Sherry Bryan and Mike
Yeah.
Bryan. Shout out to y'all as well. Anybody from Instagram? Hakeem?
Yes, we got The Real Estate of Mind, Touche Mac, Susie Snack Bar, Maurice Jackson was on there. Damn, it's a couple. This shit won't let me see, but it has 6 other people. Shout outs to them too.
Oh, shout out to you, Muhammad. You was in here too. Shout out to Muhammad as well.
Yo, so hey, I want to play a song. We don't do this regularly. This is a song by hey, thank you, Production That's Dark. Thank you for being here over the North Carolina. Stand up. Henderson, stand up. We rocking with y'all. I love North Carolina. Charlotte. I'm gonna buy a house over there too. I'm gonna go buy a house back there. I love Charlotte, boy. Uptown. You know what I'm saying? And I used to drive from Charlotte to go to Columbia. Columbia's kind of like Miami, Jordan.
I bet you Columbia.
You mean it give me like a Miami feel? You know what I mean? Because it was a lot of brothers down there driving Crown Victorias. But I'm gonna play a song produced by Urban Noise. Featuring their sister. We don't play music that often, but I thought it was for the theme of the show to show light. It's a positive song by Corinne Stevie. Show her some love, like and subscribe, share it out. And people, I want to thank everybody who's come with us. Natasha, I adore you and I appreciate you for being here with us. Joe Don't Hurt Him, Production Next Dark, all y'all. Y'all make this show much better. So we're going to end the show out with this song. Produced by Urban Noise. Written by Corinne Stevie. Produced by Urban Noise. Written by Corinne Stevie. Produced by the super producers Urban Noise. Super producers Urban Noise. What did he said Hakeem, check out Santee, South Carolina. I'll go there. I'm gonna go there.
Urban Noise, I'll never accept this as my breathe through the pain, breathe through the pain, breathe through the pain, Eric Garner, George Floyd, murdered by the cops and they took away their voice. Stephen Clark, Philando Castile, I don't know how I'm really supposed to feel. Breonna Taylor, Tony McDade, I pray one day we can heal from the pain. Elijah McClain, I gotta say their names. Karen Gaines, some will never be the same. Tamir Rice, Oscar Grant, Michael Brown, Sandra Bland, loyal to the soil when they died on this land. Some things I will never understand. Freddie Gray, Mercy Mack, Black America been under attack. Some rather spread lies than tell facts. Watch how you speak on the phone, the lines tap. Breathe through the pain. Breathe through the pain. Breathe through the pain. Vaccine, I don't need a vaccine. I'ma focus on my health, drink water, eat clean. can't sleep and this feels like a bad dream. Stressed out and I drink a lot of caffeine. The LQ helped me to get through. Ready for the change and it's been overdue. Gotta keep the kids safe and we can't open schools. Been stuck in the house, I need a new point of view. I'm an introvert, so this ain't nothing new. I'm living proof that JC is coming soon. Rose from the dead and he came out the tomb. Been connected with the source since I came out the womb. Still a caterpillar in my cocoon. Breaking out my shell, breaking every spell. When I free my mind, yeah, I'm breaking out of jail. Found heaven in me, so I'm breaking out of hell. Yeah. Breathe through the pain. Yeah. Yeah. Breathe through the pain. Yeah. Breathe through the pain. Yeah.
Hey man, that was a bomb video, man.
Thank you, man. Hey, shout outs to Kareem Stevie. Shout outs to the super producers, Urban Noise.
Urban Noise. Powerful song.
Yeah.
Hey guys, before we go, hit the community tab. When you hit the community tab, you see the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirts you see right here. And also, we got the Chaos Culture Radio mugs for you guys too. So you can sip coffee, cappuccino, tea, water, whatever. So, like I said, see you guys on Monday. With that being said, Chaos Culture Radio.
We are out. Peace.